Imagine waking up every day in a body that seems familiar, only to realize that almost everything it does, every heartbeat, every breath, every flicker of emotion, is quietly running its own secret agenda, often before you even notice. What if I told you that your memories are not fixed, your stress is rewriting your organs, and your heart is quietly guiding your decisions more than your conscious mind? Today, I'm going to reveal 5 astonishing physiological facts that will make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself, and show just how extraordinary your body really is. Our bodies are not passive vessels carrying our thoughts, they are intricate survival machines wired to protect and adapt long before we are even aware. At the core of this system is what we can call the body-mind survival wiring, a network of signals, reflexes, and predictions that constantly anticipates danger and opportunity. The human nervous system is designed not merely to react, but to forecast. Every heartbeat, every flicker of attention, every muscle contraction is influenced by what the body predicts will happen next. This predictive capacity is why people often feel something before it occurs, why a parent senses a child's distress from across the room, or why someone instinctively steps back from an accident milliseconds before it happens. The brain plays a central role, but it does not operate alone. The gut, the heart, the lungs, and even the skin communicate in a continuous feedback loop, sending signals that influence perception, emotion, and decision-making. Your heart, for example, sends more information to the brain than it receives, subtly shaping your intuition and emotional responses. Likewise, the gut is sometimes called the second brain, because of its dense network of neurons and its influence on mood and thought processes. Together, these systems form a sophisticated safety mechanism. Your body evaluates risk constantly, even when your conscious mind is distracted by daily life. Stress responses are a critical component of this wiring. When faced with threat, the body releases hormones that sharpen focus, increase reaction speed, and prepare muscles for action. Often, this happens before the mind fully understands the situation. In essence, your body is wired to act faster than your thoughts, prioritizing survival over reflection. This is why instincts can feel so compelling and, in many cases, life-saving. Understanding this body-mind connection shifts how we view human behavior. It explains why intuition exists, why emotions can override logic, and why physical states influence mental clarity. The wiring is not just a safety net, it is an intelligent, adaptive system that allows humans to navigate an unpredictable world, often without realizing the sophistication of the machinery that keeps them alive. Recognizing and respecting this system gives us insight into the profound intelligence embedded within our very biology. The human body is full of hidden biological illusions, phenomena that trick us into believing we experience reality exactly as it is, when in fact our senses and internal systems are constantly shaping, filtering, and even fabricating what we perceive. One of the most remarkable examples of this is the way the brain constructs perception. What we see, hear, and feel is not a perfect reflection of the external world, it is a predictive model created by our nervous system, based on prior experiences, expectations, and survival priorities. This means that your mind is constantly filling in gaps, correcting errors, and sometimes generating entire experiences that never actually occurred. Optical illusions are the most obvious illustration, but even everyday perception works this way. The colors you see, the sounds you hear, and the sense of movement are all subtly influenced by your brain's anticipatory calculations. Our sensory systems are not objective recorders, they are interpreters. Pain, for instance, is not merely a signal of physical harm, it is a perception shaped by context, emotion, and previous experiences. A minor injury can feel excruciating under stress, while a serious wound may seem tolerable in moments of adrenaline. Similarly, taste and smell are strongly affected by expectations and memory. The same food can taste entirely different depending on how your mind frames the experience, proving that reality is as much a creation of your body as it is a reflection of the outside world. Even more striking are the illusions created within our internal biology. Hormones can manipulate mood, memory, and decision-making, making us feel elated, anxious, or confident for reasons we do not consciously understand. The autonomic nervous system orchestrates countless responses, sweaty palms, racing heart, goosebumps, without requiring conscious approval, giving the illusion that our mind and body are always aligned, when they are often operating independently. Recognizing these hidden biological illusions is more than a curiosity, it is a doorway to understanding human behavior at its deepest level. It teaches us that our perceptions are not infallible and that the body often shapes our reality in ways we cannot see. By exploring these illusions, we gain insight into the astonishing complexity of our physiology and a new respect for the subtle intelligence that allows us to navigate a world that is never exactly as it appears. Stress, memory, and control systems are deeply intertwined, forming a network within the human body that profoundly shapes how we experience the world, make decisions, and even remember our past. Stress is not merely an emotional response, it is a physiological signal, a complex orchestration of hormones, neurotransmitters, and neural circuits designed to prepare the body for challenges. When stress arises, the brain signals the release of cortisol and adrenaline, triggering changes in heart rate, breathing, and energy allocation. These changes prioritize immediate survival over long-term planning, sharpening attention toward perceived threats while temporarily suppressing processes like digestion or long-term memory formation. This means that stress is not just a feeling, it is a force that rewires the body's priorities, often without our conscious awareness. Memory, similarly, is not a static recording of events but a dynamic system deeply influenced by stress. Each time we recall an event, our memory is reconstructed, reshaped by the emotions, context, and physiological state present at that moment. High stress can enhance the recall of certain details, particularly those associated with danger, but it can also distort or suppress other aspects of experience. This is why emotionally charged events are remembered vividly yet often inaccurately. The control systems within our body, including the autonomic nervous system and the prefrontal cortex, continuously regulate how stress affects cognition and memory. They attempt to balance survival-driven responses with higher-order thinking, though this balance is delicate and easily disrupted. The interaction of these systems also explains why chronic stress has such profound effects on both mind and body. Prolonged activation of stress pathways can impair memory, reduce cognitive flexibility, and even affect immune function. Yet, these same systems are designed for resilience. They help humans learn from challenges, adapt to environmental changes, and respond with precision in critical moments. Understanding the interplay of stress, memory, and control systems reveals the remarkable sophistication of human physiology, a network not merely reacting to life but actively shaping perception, decisions, and learning in ways we often do not consciously notice. It highlights that our body and mind are not separate entities, they are a single, intelligent system, constantly navigating the tension between survival and experience. When we step back and truly examine the human body, we realize it is far more than flesh and bones. It is a masterfully orchestrated system, constantly predicting, adapting, and protecting us in ways we rarely notice. From the invisible wiring that guides survival instincts, to the hidden illusions that shape our perception, and the delicate balance between stress, memory, and control, our physiology is both astonishing and humbling. Understanding these truths is not just an intellectual exercise, it is an invitation to respect, listen to, and work with the intelligence embedded within ourselves. The body is not a passive vessel, it is a living guide, a teacher, and a protector. By paying attention to its signals and understanding its wisdom, we unlock the power to navigate life with clarity, resilience, and profound self-awareness. Never underestimate the silent genius of your own physiology. It is, quite literally, the engine of your existence, and understanding it is the first step toward mastering your mind, your body, and ultimately, your life.